Do I think Robert Eggers is one of the best working directors in Hollywood these days? Absolutely. Do I think Nosferatu is the most anticipated movie of the year? Sure. But do I think Nosferatu is also the most overhyped movie of the year? Maybe. That's what I said it. I said it because nobody else seems to be saying it. Nosferatu. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I'm starting to just feel like a regular YouTuber. Just lying through my teeth, putting on an act, throwing on a fake smile for 100 views, essentially. But thank you for watching. And this keeps me sane before I'm gonna go make a short film in a couple days, because why not? You know, I'm still prepping my feature film, Sicklerville, so I'm just trying to stay occupied at the end of the day. That being said, today's video, I'm not going to be diving too heavily into Nosferatu. I keep seeing a bunch of people talking about Nosferatu and how amazing it is and stuff. And before we move any forward, the movie is great. It's great. Now, if you don't know what Nosferatu is a gothic tale of obsession between a haunted young woman and the terrifying vampire infatuated with her, causing untold horror in its wake. There have been other versions of this movie, Nosferatu the Vampire 1979, directed by Werner Herzog, and also just the original Nosferatu, A Symphony of Horror, directed by F.W. Murnau. And Nosferatu is based off the Bram Stoker's 1897 novel Dracula. Nosferatu stars Lily Rose Depp, Nicholas Hoult, Bill Skarsgård, Aaron Taylor, Willem Dafoe, and Emma Corrin. I got to see Nosferatu before its release date, and I genuinely enjoyed the hell out of it. But I also left the theater thinking that I don't need to see this movie again on Christmas, which I bought a ticket for because I am more than happy to support a movie like this on all fronts. I haven't bought the vinyl, which I should be getting in the mail today or tomorrow. Overall, I think Nosferatu is hands down the most beautiful movie of 2024. I think the story is there. I think the terror is there. I think the cinematography is phenomenal, which was the whole movie shot on a crane. I'm going to say a majority of the movie probably was, unless the projectionist was moving the projector. You could even see some jittering moving from the crane's movement. I loved it. I really enjoyed Robert Eggers and his whole process making a movie and how much dedication and how authentic his movies are because of the deep research that he does. Whether it's from costume design to set pieces, he crushes it. He absolutely crushes it. The dude hasn't struck out yet, dare I say. I mean, he's made 4 movies. I think he's 4 for 4. I recently went on an Eggers rabbit hole after revisiting The Lighthouse and IMAX. A movie we completely don't need on IMAX, but IMAX needs to stay in business, so they upcharge a ticket to see a movie on a very big screen. And don't be fooled, you're not missing anything with these screenings. I seem like such a hater right now, but I'm not. I'm just being realistic and logical when it comes to this shit. I love movies, but come on, Hollywood. You're literally nickeling and diming everything at this point because the industry is just a shithole at the moment. So I do think Robert Eggers' best movie is The Northman. And obviously this is all by opinion. If you want, go at the comment section. I don't really give a shit. That's the beauty of being a human. We each have our own opinions. If we all shared the same opinions, everything would be really boring and moral. But anyway, the Northman is amazing. It's action-packed. It's just batshit crazy. I think The Witch is not his worst movie, but it's a movie. In the words of Robert Eggers himself, it's a boring Puritan movie. His words, not mine, whatever.
The Witch was my attempt at making a genre movie that, like, where I was not betraying myself. And it's funny, you know, The Witch ends up being like this boring Puritan horror movie, but it was me trying to do something like more normal than I had written previously, right?
That leaves us with Nosferatu and The Lighthouse. I'm going to go with The Lighthouse being his third best and revisiting that movie with the crowd. I haven't seen it since its initial run, and that movie is really, really funny, just as much as it is terrifying. So that leaves us now with Nosferatu being my second favorite of his, and yes, I put The Witch last. Cry about it, film bros. So I think Nosferatu is a great movie, and I think you should check it out in a theater in a nice, dark, just maybe not a freezing cold chilled theater, but it is a very cold temperature type movie. But I can't wait to see this movie on 35mm film because this bad boy was filmed on film. I thought the cast was also really good. Everybody did a really great job. Even the rats did a great job. To enhance the film's authenticity, approximately 5,000 live rats were used during production. Emma Corrin, one of the film's stars, recounted a particular challenging scene where 30 live rats crawled on their bare chest, describing the experience as horrible due to the rat's smell and behavior. I mean, that's why I don't act. Again, just like Lily Rose Depp's performance is phenomenal. Apparently that is all her doing that. There's no CGI going on there. That it's just of her doing, you'll get what I'm talking about when you see the movie on December 25th. I do think that this Nosferatu movie and the movie The Last Voyage of the Demeter would make a pretty solid double bill. I went into The Last Voyage of the Demeter. It was marketed really wrong. I actually really enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it when I got out of the theater because I was like, that movie was marketed so wrong and it was such a different vibe of what I thought I was going into. That's because the pacing was a bit different and I just wasn't sold on what the movie was by the way that we were being sold by the studio. I think that the score is very beautiful. It is done by a British-Irish film composer and music producer, Robin Carolan. Carolan made his film scoring debut in 2022 working with Robert Eggers on The Northman, and on Nosferatu, he has intentionally moved away from the typical horror score, focusing on capturing the story's melancholic and tragic elements. But that being said, also that I believe that the movie is beautiful. I think that the acting is great. This is not my favorite movie of the year, though. I also haven't seen everything that has come out this year. Now, I'm going to break it down right now, and I think that my favorite movies of the year are, in no particular order, none. I think that 2024 was kind of a rough year for me on the movie side of things. I can't walk away this year saying I have a favorite, but I did really enjoy movies like Longlegs, Anora, Dune 2, Saturday Night, Alien Romulus, and let's throw in Nosferatu there. Those are my recs for the year. I'm really looking forward to seeing The Brutalist and Juror Number 2 though, which I started Juror Number 2 last night, and I was actually really into it, but then I just passed out because I tried to get some sleep. But overall, like, I don't know, I feel like, I mean, am I wrong? I just feel like movies this year weren't really like, we got some movies to go check out. I mean, there was a lot of anticipated movies, and those movies like Nosferatu, I think a lot of people will enjoy. I'm just over here, I don't know, it's just really weird. Like, I really enjoyed the movie. I guess maybe my only flaw with the movie is that I felt it dragged a little bit. The movie runs at 2 hours and 13 minutes, but it kind of felt like it was a 2.5 hour movie. I just, I wanted to just do a review, dare I say, just kind of being honest. I think that the movie's great. I think everybody should go see it on December 25th when it comes out nationwide in the States. But I don't know, I left the theater being like, I don't need to see that movie anytime soon. And that's kind of weird. I don't know why I felt like that. I love horror stuff. I love Robert Eggers. I love this cast. But I left the theater just being like, meh. But inside, I enjoyed it. I don't know, maybe it's one of those movies that will grow on me. Maybe I need to go see it again on 35mm film and I will find love in it somewhere. Hands down though, the opening of the movie is phenomenal. So if that's that, it really puts you on your seat until we get to what I think probably maybe once Willem Dafoe's character comes in, I think that's when the movie really picks up. This may have been a hot take of a video to talk about because everybody and their mother is hooting and hollering on how great this movie is. I just want to kind of bring a different view to it. I'm kind of just trying to be honest here. And yeah, and spread the word because I want more Robert Eggers movies. I want more movies just like this in general from big studios. I mean, Focus Features put this out, and Focus Features parent company is Universal Pictures. Also, I think it's kind of weird that, like when I went and saw the movie, they straight up announced that this movie was at 96% on Rotten Tomatoes, which who gives a shit at the end of the day? And as of recording this video, the movie does sit at 94%. But I think that that's going to change kind of heavily once it comes out in the public. I think everyone should go see Nosferatu on December 25th when it comes out worldwide. And yeah. That's all I gotta say today.